So San Diego, Mike, welcome to the Savage Nation.
I tell you, Dr. Savage, the most stressful thing I'm encountering right now is I'm a retired Marine. My wife worked part-time for 10 years. She put away 40% of her income into a 401k plan. Worked hard, saved hard, and we raised 3 kids, and now we got one getting ready to go off to college. And after saving 40% of her income, and I know she only made $10 an hour, but you know what? It adds up after a period of time, only to discover now that somehow she's missing $35,000 that she worked for 8 years to save. And then
what do you mean? Who stole the 401k?
Well, it was with Fidelity, but what pisses me off is I see AIG just got another $80 billion today, and so we're sitting there.
That's right. You see, if you're a gangster in New York in a silk suit with your own jet and you can grease the skids in Washington, they'll keep your jet flying forever. But if you're a Marine who served America, they'll take you to the cleaners. That is disgraceful, Mike. So now what, you're facing no 401k at all?
Well, what's left of my wife's 401k, and of course, I did my 20 years, and I served in the Gulf War, and I'm on the disability, but they've rated me as my body is 92% disabled, not 95% disabled. Therefore, my daughter can't receive the additional funding that she.
Well, of course, because actually you didn't get killed, and the military would then say you're a good man if they put a little flag and send it home to your wife. That's disgusting. Who's the one who rated you at 92, not 95? Some little pimple-headed guy there who did the review? Who did it? Who did it to you?
Some little geek gave me a 5-minute examination and said, miraculously, my eyes are better than they were 8 years ago when I retired, even though I'm on my 3rd set of prescription lenses since August.
Well, what do you mean? You're 92% disabled from what? From working from a war wound or what, Mike?
Well, from a compilation of different things, through degenerative disc disease, through diplopia exploria, psoriatic arthritis. I mean, there's 23 different things I'm labeled as having.
Would you say that any of them are related to your experience in the military?
All of them are service-connected, according to the VA.
You served in combat, Mike?
Sir, I did. 9 months. I was in the first Gulf War.
Well, Mike, here's what I'm going to do, and I don't want to do this on the air because I don't want to be deluged with other people who have also been injured or hurt. I can't do it for a lot of people. Stay on the line, Mike. Email me. I'm going to see if we can help you out some way or another, okay? That's all I'm going to say on the air. And we'll see if we can do anything. I mean, because I'm not going to let this go by. There are so many stories of people like this gentleman who served this country loyally only to get shafted at the end, while the bankers, the insurance executives, and the other gangsters are getting away with murder, virtual murder. And while Obama and his friends are partying in the White House on Wednesday nights, having a grand old time. You're not seeing much of that, are you? York, Pennsylvania. Ed, go ahead. You're on the Savage Nation.
Yeah, I'd also like to comment. I lost a spouse. My wife of 22 and a half years died of cancer. So,
yeah, that was a bad one because you suffered with her for many years, I'm sure.
Yeah, well, she didn't last that long, 3 years. She died quickly.
3 years or probably like 30 years.
Hard on her.
So you called about the disabled Marine, Ed. What was your point?
Well, I'm a disabled veteran, and I had to go through the same situation he did, and I was given 90% to begin with. He has to, first of all, get himself an attorney who's conversant with Veterans Administration laws and how to apply for reconsideration of their decision.
Absolutely. That's why I asked him to stay on the line. Guys, if he did, send me his email. I'm going to try to get him a lawyer. That's what I had in mind, Ed.
Yeah,
which was to try to get the guy a lawyer to go back and appeal that disability rating. Thank you very much, Ed. I mean, I can't do this for everyone in America, but he who saves a single life, it is as though he has saved the entire world. I have to do it on a case-by-case basis. Maureen in New York, WOR. Go ahead, please. You're on the Savage Nation.
Michael, I thought you were going to say about moving being one of the top 10 because it nearly killed me.
It's horrible. I mean, I've done it in my life when I was younger, but I'm doing it right now. It's driving me out of my mind.
No, and you just say, what can I do without? I won't do it again.
Exactly. Here look, I'm not even selling the house I'm in, okay? But I'm saying, what should I take? This picture, that picture. I'm going through family pictures now, back to my deceased brother. I don't know what to leave and what to take.
Yeah, photographs, of course. That's the worst thing people lose in a photo.
Yes, but you have to start saying, which of them do I want to take to the new place, on the desk? Do I leave? Do I take? Do I take them now? I mean, you're so cemented into a place at a certain point, you don't know what to do.
Mm-hmm. Well, good luck.
I'll tell you what straightens me out. I watch World War II movies about whole populations being bombed out of their cities. Or I watched the siege of Stalingrad when the Nazis killed about 3 million Russians when they took over, when they were stampeding through Russia, and they killed men, women, and children and starved them to death. And then I realized this is nothing. It's a cakewalk. And that's the problem with being an American, is we're all spoiled. We have no context. That's the reality of it. It's one of the reasons I'm obsessed with watching military history or History Channel in general. The things that human beings have lived with are beyond comprehension for we spoiled lily-white Americans. Sal in New York, from WOR land, go ahead, please. What's the biggest stress that hit you?
Well, Dr. Savage, I was let go of my job in October. Now my severance is running out, and I'm going to have to cash in my pension just to survive and keep up with the mortgage. And I'm also going to lose my.
What kind of job did you have?
I worked at a bank for 18 years.
Well, and they just closed the bank, or they fired you, or a bunch of people, or what?
No, they're wiping out all the jobs in the Northeast and shipping them off to Mumbai or the Philippines. So
I see. In other words, the call centers in Mumbai, where you get somebody doing your job, while the gangsters at the top are still flying in their Gulfstreams, right?
Right. It was all through the mergers. So
well, sure. What's important for the merger is that the gangsters on top continue to have their perks, and that Madoff continues to live in his penthouse. Well, so what are you going to do about all of this?
Well, if I cash in my pension, I'm going to do 30% in taxes and fees for that. So I'm going to job fairs. They send you job fairs, but they have 10 jobs for 1,000 people that show up. And you have to wait in line and hand in your resume and get a 30-second interview. And
well, look, this is what's going to probably become the biggest problem in America right now. I would think I listed death of a spouse, divorce, marital separation, imprisonment, personal injury. But the fact of the matter is dismissal from work probably is going to go to the top of the list. Because, I mean, I can relate to this. I know what it's like to work all your life and wind up thrown out of a job for reasons not to do with you or your performance. I'm sorry to hear it. There's nothing I can do. I wish I had enough money and enough resources to be like Obama and give away taxpayers' money. I wouldn't give it to England. I wouldn't give it to Romania. I wouldn't give it to Germans. I wouldn't give it to Poles. I wouldn't give it to Italians. Did you know that your great friend Obama, the great American, do you know that his Marine One helicopters are being made not in America? Did you hear that story? Go to michaelsavage.com if you think I'm making it up. That's right, Obama the liar. Obama, the biggest liar in the history of the presidency, who said that there'd be no earmarks, he would go over it point by point, line by line, is permitting 9,000 earmarks in the budget. That's what we know of, 9,000 earmarks. Now, to add insult to injury, the great Obama, the great Buy American, the great trade unionist, the great man of the people, the man who gets down with his friends in the White House on Wednesday in the White House and has parties, the man's Marine One helicopters are being built in Europe, primarily from Italian parts. You tell me that I don't know what's going on in this country? Never in the history of America have so few with so low qualifications held so much power over your life. I'll be right back.